Now that we have most major specs of the Galaxy Note 8 leaked and reviewed, we know what's the question on a lot of minds: how would the phone differ from the Galaxy S8 Plus? After all, from the looks of it, the S8 Plus may end up having a very similar screen diagonal to Samsung's upcoming phablet. Don't all jump at once shouting S Pen. Now, as there will eventually be some pretty major differences between the larger of the S8 Duo and the silo-equipped Note 8. Check them out in the slideshow above, and tell us if you think the Note 8 will be worth the wait and price for a dual camera set, or would you just grab the S8 Plus in a scenario of Samsung-induced cannibalism at its finest. The Galaxy S8 Plus has a 6.22 inches display when the flexible part is unfurled, while the Note 8 is said to come with an exactly 6.32 inches diagonal. This tenth of an inch may not seem like a major difference, but the shape of the Note 8 is seemingly with less rounded corners, perhaps due to the inevitability of having a stylus silo to accommodate, so it will likely feel larger and edgier in the hand. That same more rectangular shape of the Note 8, coupled with the even more recessed bezels and blockier screen corners, would mean a better screen-to-body ratio compared to the S8 Plus, stretching the compact format that Samsung's Infinity display can offer, to its limits. Anything further at the top, and you get an essential phone, a sharp Aquos S2, or even, gasp, an iPhone 8, and those top cutouts are an acquired taste, judging from the initial reactions to them. What, did you think we would skip on the one inimitable difference between the S8 Plus and the Note 8? This here in the picture is supposedly the S Pen Stylus from Samsung's upcoming phablet, and the new shape hints at the obligatory improvements that Samsung releases with each new S Pen edition. Now, how would scribbling be on the taller, narrower display ratio, remains to be tested. Sorry, folks, despite all the rumors and speculation that the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus will ship with 6GB of RAM, that honor will eventually be reserved for the Note 8, and with a good reason. It would purportedly have 2 camera sensors to deal with, not to mention the S Pen app goodies for all those creative types that have to literally flow. We don't want to rain on anyone's parade, but it seems that the battery pack of the Note 8 will be slightly smaller in capacity, 3300 mAh versus 3500 mAh, compared to the S8 Plus unit. Damn stylus silo, always getting in the way of larger Note batteries. That stacked motherboard design that Samsung will allegedly be using next year can't come soon enough. We saved the best for last. The Note 8 is expected to be Samsung's first major phone announced with a dual camera, and analysts' opinions point to a big breakthrough, perhaps courtesy to all those multiple lens camera Israeli camera gurus that Samsung has been investing in for a while. Note 8 is expected to ship with 12-megapixel and 13-megapixel sensors, focal 1.7 and focal 2.4 aperture wide-angle and telephoto lens, both with OIS. Samsung calls the dual camera interface options Dual Fusion, Depth Application, Super Night Shot, and Smart Zoom, which hint of features we can expect from any self-respecting dual camera handset, but the devil is in the details, so we can't wait to show you the first camera samples with the Note 8. On the specifications side, the Note 8 will have a 6.3 inches screen compared to the 6.2 inches of the S8 Plus and the 5.8 inches of the S8. The Note 8 should be equipped with a Snapdragon 835 like the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. Some rumors expect the upgraded Snapdragon 836 for the US variant. Wait and see. The Note 8 will benefit of 6GB of RAM, unlikely to the S8 and S8 Plus. Both variants are planned for the internal storage, one with 64GB and another with 128GB. The Note 8 will be the first Samsung's smartphone with a dual camera. The Note 8 will have Bixby and the S Pen Stylus like all the Galaxy Note devices. Finally, the battery will be a little bit smaller than the battery for the S8 Plus with 3330 mAh of capacity. What do you think of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 compared to the S8 and the S8 Plus? Let us know your thoughts and comments. To discover more Android and Samsung related content, Don't hesitate to subscribe to the S channel.